Good morning, everyone. Steve and Jim back with the Ziggy Brothers, and we're gonna do like we've been promising for, God, what, a month now?
Yeah, this was one of the first videos we made in this house.
And when we first moved in, the first initial walkthrough, we didn't even look at the house. We were like, this wall has got to go. It's falling over there, leaning. It's leaning pretty good over here. The blocks are wavy. They didn't use enough drainage behind it. We're gonna officially just completely remove the wall and just grade the ground. I mean, we're gonna scalp this whole front of the hill. We're gonna get rid of the bushes on both sides. We're just gonna gradually slope it down to the actual asphalt driveway. Some of you guys might think too that it's gonna be too steep. Number one is we have two dogs. One's a Bernese Mountain Dog, so he's really big, and he comes outside and he wants to launch himself up the wall. The two younger dogs, there's three dogs here total, including Jimmy's dog. They just want to jump up the wall and go running. He wants to jump up and he's going to blow his knees out, or his paws or whatever. And big dog, and he shouldn't be jumping like that. That's sort of number one. Number two is it's such a pain in the butt to back our trailer down the driveway because we come so close to the wall. Or when we even have, see, there's a couple cars here. Not the ones in the back, but a couple. Not the Broncos a daily driver, but when you get a couple daily drivers down here, you have some people over, to make a turn in here, you come so close to backing into the wall and then coming up to hit the Belgian block. We're gonna get rid of the wall so people's bumpers will be able to overhang the grass, giving them more room to turn around. And once again, it needs to be replaced at some point. It's leaning pretty good, really down there and over here. But it's gonna be easier to cut the grass now because we're gonna be able to come straight down to the driveway and turn around the driveway and go back up. We'll have probably some nice stripes coming up here. But those are the three main reasons why this wall has to go. It's also ugly. It needs to be power washed, and it's just, I don't know. I don't like it at all. And this is weeds, this mulch bed over there. It's just it's not really a curb. It doesn't have a good curb appeal, especially when you're looking out the window. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get rid of the blocks. We're going to grade the hill down, get rid of some of the dirt, and put a nice layer of topsoil along the whole thing here. I mean, we're not doing the whole thing, but we're probably going 10 feet up consistent across to feather it down to the driveway. And then we're gonna starter fertilize it and sod it. Pricing out seed is just ridiculous, as everyone knows. A bag of seed for this 50-pound bag of seeds around 200 bucks or so. And to sod it, I think, is like 500 bucks. So we have a party in a couple weeks coming up. We want an instant lawn, and about 10 to 14 days of sod we'll have taken, so people can come out the front door, walk up, whatever, and we're gonna have like a little tent set up there. But anyway, yeah, for $300 extra, $250 extra, instant lawn. We're just gonna keep up with the watering. It's nice and cool out now, so the sod won't get stressed out from the heat. So that's pretty much gonna be it for the video. Is going to incorporate this. We're gonna probably take that wall down around that ugly tree that's about to fall down too, because that's right on the edge of the Belgian block for when you're backing down the driveway or when people are leaving. That's gonna be the scope of this video. Toyota RAV4 is going bye-bye today. We sold it to Carvana with an instant trade-in offer, whatever the heck they do, and then they send someone here to pick it up, and we didn't have one problem whatsoever with it. It's just too small for us. We have a growing family. We have a daughter now, two kids, two dogs. We have a daughter now, and we have two dogs, and they just don't all fit in there, especially with the car seat and a big 140-pound Bernese Mountain Dog, and also a rescue dog that likes to crawl between seats. So we're looking for a 3-row car. We said that also in a video before. We're looking for everyone's recommendations. We're specifically looking for, it was 3-row seating. Now we're specifically looking for 3-row seating, but the middle, we want bucket seats. So there's like a little aisle so the dogs can go sit in the back, and we can have car seats in the middle. So this car, unfortunately, this thing gets like 40 miles to the gallon. I'm so sad to see it go. I love driving it, but we can't go wrong when they're gonna come right to the house and take it out of here in any minute. So that'll be going bye-bye, and the new car is coming in. Still not sure which brand we're gonna go with. It's definitely not gonna be a Ford, which is a first for me. Well, besides the Toyota. I love Toyota. They run forever and they have no problems. Fill it up with gas and change the oil and maintain it and just send it on its way. But the new car will be black, so it can match the rest of the fleet, even though it's a family vehicle, but it's gonna look sharp. We're gonna get a couple other options in the car. This is just a base model RAV4, power windows, power door locks. I mean, it's crazy. When you plug your phone in for the GPS, it says, waiting to acquire info from this iPod.
Yeah.
Which is weird because it's a 2021, but iPods haven't been around forever, or for many years. But besides the fact, I mean, 50,000 miles and literally not one thing we had to do to it. We didn't have to do the brakes or anything. The brake pads, everything is still in perfect condition. Throwing on some recommendations of, now that you know we're looking for bucket seats in the middle, captain chairs, I'm not really sure what the exact term is, to seat 7 people. So a driver and a passenger seat, 2 bucket seats in the middle, and then a row of 3 in the back. So that's 7. We definitely don't want 8 unless the middle can come out. We just want to have that aisle. So when there is multiple kids and we're going to sports games and picking up friends of our kids, there's room to go down the middle instead of having to fold the seat forward and slide it up. I don't know, let us know. But we're going to jump on this. Jim's got to go up to the sod farm, about 40 minutes away up in New York. We're getting 3 big pallets of sod. Going to go on the equipment trailer. And then I'm going to take the dump truck and I'm going to head out and get topsoil. So probably going to be more interesting for you to take the camera and show the sod.
Yeah.
Then go back to the yard and see us load up for the millionth time with mulch or topsoil. So I'm going to get going in the dump truck. Jimmy's going to get going in that truck. And we'll meet back here. We'll start ripping this wall down.
All right.
All right, so here we are at the sod farm. I got it all loaded up in the trailer. You see it back there. 3 pallets of sod. And they got a lot of land here, of course. You know, they're growing it, and it's all kind of farm country out here, sort of thing. But very nice people up here. Loaded me up right away, and took care of me as soon as the door opened. So it's pretty sweet. And now we're on our way back. There's really nothing else to show. It's just gotta get this sod back to the house.
So we're going to start ripping this wall down now. There's a bunch of prep work we had to do before we could get going here. You see over yonder there's some light dirt. There was a decorative wall, the same kind of block here, but there was no stone or drainage or anything. It was just all dirt. It was falling over. So that one just came out. That took 2 seconds. But the main goal here is we're going to start pulling these out. What we're going to try to do is limited physical labor as we can. We're going to have the big machine backed up the driveway. We're going to use the little New Holland to kind of scoop the blocks and dump them into the big machine and then run the big machine to get rid of them. And then whatever falls we can grab by hand, but we're going to try to avoid picking every single one up by hand. And then we're going to use the little machine to skim the hill and dump it into the big bucket so we can have 2 people running machines at each time, and very, very limited physical labor. So we have 1 light post that doesn't even work.
Yeah.
Assuming it goes under the driveway, unless it runs along the wall, it has to go under the driveway somewhere. So once we find that, we will test the wire, kill the power inside, and then do the proper thing with the wire before we bury it. This doesn't even work. I'm assuming it's going to be one of the cracks under the driveway that it goes under.
Yeah.
We'll figure that out when we get to it, but let's get rolling. I don't know, you'll set this up somewhere on the tripod maybe?
Yeah, we'll just do one big time lapse, I guess.
We also call before you dig, even for stupid stuff like this, because there could be electrical wires going into the house or whatever. We called and this was just blew in the wind. We just stuck it there, but all our power wires run underground, completely away from where we're working, so we have nothing to worry about here. So we're good to go, and we have well water, so there's no water lines. We're good to go. So let's talk more work.
So we got all of the blocks completely removed, and now we're just skimming the dirt. Gonna shovel it out in layers basically to get this slope to come down a little bit, but honestly it's not gonna be that bad. It's pretty good what we're looking at right now in terms of getting this hill like not to be straight up and down. And you're probably wondering why are we not just taking one giant scoop here with the loader instead of the way that we're doing it. We're doing it with the little guy and dumping it into the bucket. Well, this driveway is kind of on this turn is a little bit awkward, and it's very skinny, and this machine is longer than the width of the driveway, so we'd have to go in on an angle, and it'd be a lot more like maneuvering to get what we want out of the hill. Like, we want to attack the hill straight on so we can slowly feather it. If we do it diagonally, we might be messing up what we want to get after here. And honestly, the little machine's doing a perfect job. It's more than enough to get what we want. And the bucket's right here, so it's just dumping it in. We're taking our time. What do we got here now? Look at that. That looks pretty good. That's way better than it was. These are nice topsoil. Show them this flat tire. Where is it? Oh yeah. Well, there's the other one.
What a hell of a day.
We got some mismatching wheels on it because we have an extra set from a junk machine that we have back there. But look at this tire. What happened to it? It just blew out?
Boy, it's got negative 20% life left on the truck.
Yeah.
And I probably ran something over, I don't know.
Yeah, and it fell off the rim, but we got it to go back on, but it was leaking.
And it's got a hole in it. They need 4 new tires on it. Sucks it was in the middle of the job because we only had 20 minutes left. We switched it. Look, it's a big mess. If this was a client's house, it wouldn't be this messy. It'd probably be the same mess around the side, and we clean it up and shovel it and power wash it and make it look good. But it's my house, so I'm not going to go crazy. We got heavy rain coming in the next 2 days. Look how much bigger this looks.
Yeah.
I feel like we could turn the box truck around right in the driveway now.
Sure.
We're going to get this topsoil down. Up there, that whole corner is nice, fresh dirt. We don't need topsoil. We're just going to top dress this. Starter fertilize it, and I doubt we're going to lay any sod tonight. We'll probably just do it first thing tomorrow morning. But I don't know. It's decided it's key to get it down within 24 hours of it being cut. We might have a little bit more time than that because we parked it up in the shade all day long and we watered it. Middle of the day, it was cut this morning at like 8 o'clock. So we have technically till 8 o'clock tomorrow to have it down. I'm going to start at 6 when I wake up, maybe 5:30, and just start rolling it out. It shouldn't take that long. that's pretty much it for now. I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah.
If I stop, I'm gonna fall asleep. This wall was a crap show. The drain pipe was like 3 feet behind the actual wall. So, and it was clogged solid, the whole drain pipe. That's why the wall was failing. And some spots it had a block buried, and some spots it was like level. It was level with the driveway. And then the stone was all clogged with dirt, so it wasn't draining properly. But I think this is going to be way better. Even if it's a pain in the butt to cut some of this grass, I specifically didn't want mulch with it running down in the driveway. Sod should take with the sod staples, and we're going to water it. We get good sun here. We'll see what happens. Maybe we'll have to spot seed some spots if it doesn't make it. But didn't want to take a chance seeding this, and then it washes out the next day or whatever. Once again, it's my house, so I can kind of choose which way I want to do it. If it's a customer's house, we're going to give them, honestly, I'd probably tell them to sod it also if they were looking for grass, because grass seed wouldn't make it. But I don't know, the excavator's been running like crap all day. The fuel system's all clogged up. It only has 400 hours on it, and we got to go through that, I guess. We've been keeping up with the filters, but it's just
The tank.
the tank has crap in it for some reason. That thing is almost out of fuel. The big loader worked well.
Yeah, it
That
did.
saved us a lot of time. Here's the chain binder.
Yeah.
I'm going to start running this dirt before we're selling the white pickup tonight too. So
And we just bought a leaf loader at an auction.
yeah. And we
During
sold my
our-
wife's car. Did we start the day with that?
Yeah, we did.
I don't even remember. It
been
feels
a
like
long
been
day.
3 days today.
Almost there for today.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start running this. I'm gonna clean some rocks up first,
All right.
and then we'll get back to it.
All right, here's our sod. We never actually showed you it today, but I think we'll be ready to roll this stuff out.
I'm gonna water it tonight. They say lay it the same day or 24 hours. It's like in the 50s right now.
We'll be
It'll
fine.
Nice and cool overnight. It was only 73 today, and it was parked in the shade.
Yeah,
People, you should see Lowe's sod. They leave it out there for like 3 weeks. You roll. It's like $3 a roll.
yeah.
By the time you open it, it's literally brown. By the time you open it, it's crazy.
Look at what we ended up with here, though. This looks pretty good. Looks way better.
It still needs some just light raking before we do it. We just want to get the dirt off the driveway.
Yeah,
But I'm very happy. It makes this place look huge.
yeah, it does. It looks good. The white truck's officially gone now. The buyer just came, sold, and that's that. So I guess we'll see you guys in the morning, because we're gonna do this first thing, and we're gonna have a brand new section of grass right here.
Yeah, same buyer too for both trucks, the red and the white truck.
Yeah.
It's funny, we had them for like 3 months, maybe 2 and
Yeah.
a half, 3 months, and then the same buyer ends up buying the last 2 trucks.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you in the morning.
Yeah. All right. Good morning, guys. Day 2.
Day 2. We wish we could have got this done last night. We just ran out of gas. If you guys want to, we'll just take a look over here.
Yeah.
We're on a hill, obviously, and it's like really, really rocky underneath. So we added some good topsoil, and we plucked a ton of rocks out before we added the topsoil. It's nice and smooth now. I don't really have a brand preference on starter fertilizer, but you want to get these new roots to, well, the roots that have been cut, you want to get them to pop as fast as you can to take into the soil. So a good quality lawn starter fertilizer is recommended. We've done sod without it, and it's done just fine. It's really going to come down to watering. That's it can be hot, it could be cool. It really comes down with sod to watering, because think about the schedule that it's on every single day at the sod farm. It's fertilized, it's watered however many times a day, or whatever the schedule is for its entire, I think it's a year they grow it for, or 2 or 3, I don't even know. But if you don't water, it's just gonna, the roots are not gonna take, it's just gonna dry out the roots, and it's gonna brown, and the whole thing's gonna die. Not the whole thing, but it's all gonna be patches and spotty where some took and some didn't. But also here, you might see in this video, it's always recommended on hillsides to lay the sod perpendicular. You want to roll out the sod perpendicular to the slope. So think if the slope is going this way, up and down, we're going to roll our sod this way, and use sod staples where needed. I'm going to try and use as minimal as possible, just because it's my own house and I don't really want to deal with the dogs tripping over staples. Also, when we cut the grass, if the staples come out, I know you got to pull the staples at some point, they recommend, but I guess if you get a pattern of where you put it in each roll, it's easy to do, but I don't really see us having that big of a problem with it not taking here. We're going to keep up with the watering and everything, and the starter fertilizer is going to do its job. So, I mean, it would take 2 seconds to seed this and hay it and be done with it, but we have rain coming next week, we have rain coming tomorrow and the next day, and that's going to help the sod as long as it's in position. If we have seed, it's just going to wash the seed away, being how steep this slope is. But I'm going to throw this in the spreader. We'll get this taken care of.
Just one by one, basically.
You don't want to. You want to really mesh the seams together. You don't want to put it on top of the driveway, of course, but
It's almost like you're rolling out a carpet.
I see it. This isn't like the driveway is supposed to be back here, so this is just going to have to get cleaned up.
Yeah.
You also don't want to just run full pieces. It's almost like tile flooring, wood decking. You don't want to just run full pieces. You want to start with a half on the next row and alternate them. For the sake of this project, we're going to have no cuts on the bottom where the driveway is. And basically when we start the next row, we're going to have a full piece, but it's going to stagger.
Yeah.
We're going to make our cuts at the end.
You don't want the seams to be meeting, right?
Yeah, because then that's more space that the sun can dry it out. We are in good shape here with the weather. That, what's it, 60 degrees this morning again?
Yeah, and there's no
Nice
sun.
out. And next week's going to be nice and cool. Not too cool, but I think we're done with those hot, scorching days.
You're showing what you mean by rolling it half.
Yeah, so we're going to go, once you get rolling, you keep rolling, Jimmy's going to set the camera up. So you want to like mesh the seams together so there's no gaps. You don't want to leave it like this because that'll dry out and you'll see it. You want to mesh it together. Make sure it's making good contact with the soil. And when some people recommend using a roller. We're on a slope. I don't have a roller for this specific job. I'm just going to make sure that all of the new roots are definitely going to make contact with the soil. But we staggered the joints. Now the next piece on this row will be a full one. We'll run this bottom row up to the trailer. It stinks the skid steer can't pick this up. These pallets full, they can pick them up probably half, right?
Yeah.
But it's right off the driveway, so we're just going to use the truck and trailer and just pull it and drive up the sides. And it'd be nice to set drive a pallet up top or whatever, but it's not that much. We'll get this done in no time. So. All right, this morning it is 60, I think.
Yeah.
But it's humid, right?
Yeah.
It feels like it's 64, but we started 2 hours ago. That's how long it took to roll this all out. It was like 57 or 58 maybe, but it felt warmer, I guess because of the humidity. But here we go. Like we said, we rolled the sod out perpendicular to the slope, so it gives it more of a grab for the hill, the slope, specifically when it rains too. We also patched, there's a couple random pieces that will eventually probably turn the weeds and blend into the rest of the grass. This is probably going to blend into the rest of the grass, but it's way better than the wall. We're able to pull down here with the trailer, and also people can come in here and almost do a 360 without even putting in reverse when people come over. But that wall was, first off, it was ugly. We saw at the beginning of the video. It was falling over. It wasn't done right, and it makes the house look bigger and the driveway's way bigger. So I'm very happy with how this came out. We're going to get the sprinklers on it. Probably not even today because we're going to get some good rain coming in a couple hours and tomorrow. So we'll set our sprinklers up. We'll have 2 zones going just to keep it going. And then in the next 5 to 7 days, the roots should be taking. Yeah, we're not really going to walk on it or anything for a good week. But wrapped around the corner, we can now back the trailer down and not have to watch the wall. We can put a tire over the grass if we really have to. But it came out good. The heavy rain will wash the driveway off. I'm very happy with how it came out. It was, say a big bag of grass seed, a 50-pound bag of all season of, what's it called? The mixture of all the different seeds. 200 to 225, depending where you get it from. We seeded this very heavy with that. $200, no problem. Put some hay down. It's gonna wash right out with this rain we're getting this afternoon, or with the rain that's coming tomorrow or next week. I think this was $450 because we have leftover that we're gonna sell on Facebook. $450 for instant lawn. So you spend an extra $200, but it's done. We don't have to worry about the dogs running through it and tracking the topsoil in the house and the mud. And the dogs like to go up there and go to the bathroom. So, I mean, it's just done. As long as we stay off of it and the roots take, we'll be able to be cutting this in the next month or so. And then it'll have enough time to, like, root itself and then go dormant for the winter. Pretty much wraps it up. I'm really happy.
Yeah.
My wife's really happy. Now everybody can come down here and have enough room to turn around and do everything. But that'll wrap the video up, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, you saw the starter fertilizer, you saw the topsoil, you saw how we mended the seams together. Yeah, there's some seams that you can't see straight through them, but you can't get everything perfect, but it'll all grow together as long as we water it and keep on top of it. That's a job well done. So that'll wrap this video up. Let us know what you think about it in the comments. Subscribe if you're new, and give this video a thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next one.